Welcome to another Gribley's Folly adventure. Today, it's the first day of deer season, so I got my bright yellow hat. Hope I won't get shot. I'm out here on a trail that I hiked a couple weeks ago with some friends. Did a little bit of fishing, caught a couple fish. And after my last video about Colonel Bogey, I came home and I looked at the map, and I had actually gone about half the distance I thought I had, which is fine. That's no big deal. But this time I want to cover some miles. I thought I was covering miles last time, but I had never been on the trail before. And it always feels longer when you don't know where you're going. So now I know where I'm going, and let's see what we can do. So I realized that last time I did not do a pack shakedown like I said I was going to. So hope at some point today I will show you guys what's in my pack. It's nothing special, but always worth noting. Folks down there tubing the river. So anyway, I left the Gribmobile at 1:30, and I'm hoping to make it all the way down by 2:30, and gonna mentally mark the good fishing holes and then fish the way back up. Last time I was here, I saw a naked lady right down there. But I've noticed in my years, kind of older and wiser now, and most of the ladies that you see naked out in the woods, they're not really the ones you want to see naked in the woods. Following these yellow blazes today. I mean, how am I supposed to resist this, y'all? Seriously. And I keep on hiking. Probably. So this river is it's a tributary of the French Broad, and I'm hiking it all the way to the Fox Bravo. French Broad is one of the oldest rivers in the world, which is pretty cool. Along this river, it's built an old community. Probably, I don't really know the history. 100 years ago, maybe, used to be a rail line through here, and when the train stopped running, the community died. Everybody left. Oh, this looks like some fun brush to walk through. Anyway, hoping to make it all the way to the French Broad, and I hope I'm pretty close. This is one of the old structures we found last time. Have no idea what it was. So, this looks kind of like it might be a landmark. Huh. Jeez. So I've been hiking a while. And I'm pretty sure this is the end. Looks like a large body of water out there. Yeah, it's big water. Big water. Okay. Well, guess I've made it. Well, that was kind of a letdown. Made a couple of casts into the big river and immediately lost my woolly bugger in the weeds. So, heading back up the trail. And you know, the thing is, it's all really pretty country, but the best fishing spots are like down a huge cliff or something. So, we'll see what I find. Yeah, I mean, I bet there's fish down there. They can stay down there. This river is so beautiful that I'm passing up all these amazing fishing spots as I hike back out. It's always better to have the miles behind you than in front of you, and I'll have to, when I start fishing, I'll have to change my shoes. So there's so many good spots, I can afford to actually wait till I find one that is beautiful and accessible. But man, it would be nice to fish down there. Alright, I can't pass this one up. There. Find it hard to believe there's not a fish in there that wants to eat a woolly bugger, but whatever. Still, whet my appetite. I gotta find a good hole soon. Fish number one on the first cast in this hole, little smallmouth. So I've only caught one more fish. Now I just got into this hole, so let's hope I can make it 3 for the day. All right, no fish. So now I gotta climb back up here. My nearest crossing is way down there, so I'm hoping there's one on the other side of this rock. Yeah, I can probably cross there. Okay, caught a little war paint shiner. I love those guys. So not a total loss, but I have run out of time. It's about half an hour till sunset. I reckon I have about half an hour left on the trail. So lessons learned. Just because it's a big ass rock doesn't mean it's a big ass stable rock. I'm glad that I hiked the whole thing just to say that I did, but I wish I'd spent more time fishing. I'm pretty confident that I am the only one out here at this point. Everybody else that I saw has passed me going back on the trail. And that sort of brings up, you know, a little bit of spookiness, which is kind of fun sometimes. But I was talking to a friend about this last night, and I don't really know, since seeing the bear the other day, I don't really know what more I can do to be any safer. In years past, I have carried a gun, but I like fishing too much to carry a gun, and I can't carry a gun in Wade, so I mean, I guess I could. Definitely have to be a Glock. Kidding, obviously, I'm not going to carry a gun in Wade. But you know, well, what do you do if a bear actually decides it wants to eat you? I guess you just get eaten. I'm not going to carry bear spray either. I just know that I'm too lazy to do these things, so I guess if they find this footage later in the stomach of a bear, I was killed by my own laziness. Snake number 27, no, 28. Snake number 28 for the year. Okay, so let's rethink this gun thing. I have always wanted a good excuse to buy a Mosin Nagant, which is, you know, the Soviet battle rifle. It's about 9 feet long. What if I got 2 of them and like gorilla taped them together and used that for my Tenkara rod, and then I could like undo the bayonets and use them as trekking poles when I'm hiking. And if I ever see another baby copperhead, 7.62 by 54R, baby. Sunset minus 15 minutes. I should really probably stop and put my shoes on. But I feel like I'm making some decent time, copperheads notwithstanding. I've been watching a lot of Homemade Wanderlust, her AT trail vlogs. For those of you who don't know, if you've been living under a rock. Check that out. It's pretty cool. I'll take this home to show the kid. So a lady whose real name is Jessica, but whose trail name is Dixie, chronicles her Appalachian Trail through hike, and then has a bunch of Q&A videos, and now she's doing a Pacific Crest Trail through hike. And I've been watching it and thinking a lot about, do I really need to get back to the vehicle by sunset? You know, I can walk in the dark. I got lights. It's just an interesting shift in perspective in terms of what through hikers put up with. Makes me think of myself as a pretty sheltered glamper kind of guy. We're almost back in civilization here. So the other lesson that I'm learning, so I use these videos as notes to myself, actually. The other lesson that I've learned is to just bring more food. I always try to pack so light on food, and I always regret it because I am super hungry right now. All right, back in my car at Sunset Plus 12. Not too bad. Not too bad. I left my car 7 hours ago? Almost 7 hours ago, yeah. All in a good day's work. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind. Oh man, so I'm driving home and I just realized why I didn't catch any more fish. It's because I didn't have my fishing hat. It's because I was wearing that stupid yellow hat so I wouldn't get shot. Man, I'm just gonna have to take